Welcome to Talk Life Media, where we dive deep in discussion about relationships, self growth, and life in general. I'm your host, Mr. Talk 718, and today we have a exciting topic to discuss. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our content. I'm going to tell y'all what that's all about. And I'm also the home of 90s hip hop, R&B, and reggae.
Being top dog is what it's all about.
The boss of all bosses.
Oh my god, there's so many levels to this.
Mr. Talk 718.
Boss of the boss of the boss that I'd be working for.
The name of this episode is Body Counts in 2023. Does the amount of partners determine how a potential mate sees you? Yo, let's talk about it. I'm not even going to read my script. I got a whole script here. You know what I'm saying? It's 3 pages. But I'm going to do something real quick because I feel that it shouldn't really matter. That's just my opinion. Body count doesn't matter. And brothers, when we sit back and we discuss and we talk about body counts, we so hard on the women, but we have bigger body counts because what is a man's ultimate goal? Most men's ultimate goal is to take down as many women as they can before they get to that age where they want to settle down. So is it okay that we can do it and they can't? I have no problem with a woman's body count. I have a problem with a woman's mindset. Yes, mindset, not the body count. Because, women like sex, and ladies, men like sex too. And it's crazy because 9 times out of 10, when you think about a woman, she will deal with a man with a high body count, but a man will judge and give issues to a woman who has a high body count. Now, what's a high body count? I mean, if I had 10 sexual partners and she had 10 sexual partners, does that make us even? Are we at 0? Are we at, that point where it starts back at 1? Or is a high body count someone who has 5 more than you, or 3 more, or 1 more than you? What is a high body count? The term body count refers to a number of sexual partners an individual has had. It's a topic that often comes up in discussions about relationships, and people have varying opinions on whether it's important, irrelevant, or somewhere in between. For me, it's in between because someone's sexual body count is something to talk about, but also what about the mental state of that person? Are they okay? Are they able to be connected with you on a mental level? You know what I'm saying? Like, women give men so many opportunities at times when we out there, we doing our dirt and we playing around and sleeping around with multiple women. That body count don't really matter to her. There's a lot of women out there that don't really care about your body count. But we give so much grief to women and their body counts. It's crucial to understand how society perception of relationships and sexuality has evolved over the years. For instance, the rise of social media has led to a shift in the way people approach relationships, with a more casual approach to dating become increasingly common. I remember when I was growing up, social media was the chat line. We would call on the chat line and talk to women and men, vice versa. Women would talk to the men. And it was fun. You get to meet new people that you wouldn't, typically meet in your neighborhood because, you know most of the people that you grew up with, maybe went to school with. You're trying to find something different. Um, it's changed. Social media has changed things. So people have the ability to meet more people and like and dislike as many people as they want, have sex or do not have sex with as many people as they want. Does the amount of sexual partners someone has had truly affect how a potential mate might see them in 2023? It's essential to recognize that people have different perspectives and values when it comes to relationships and sexuality. For some individuals, a potential partner sexual history might be a significant factor, while for others, it might not matter at all. It's important to approach this topic with openness and understanding since there's no one size fit all answer. Several factors might influence someone's perception of a potential partner's body count, such as a cultural background, upbringings, and personal beliefs, and also past experiences for some. A higher body count might be a deal breaker, while others might see it as a sign of experience and confidence. It's crucial to communicate openly with a potential partner about these topics to ensure capa- uh, capability and understanding. So I was going to get into that. Like a person can be in a relationship with someone and look at it like, yo, she been with multiple guys. That mean the sex is not going to be whack, and we worried about all of that, right? And then she might be like, yo, he might be good. He's been with multiple women. Yo, his sex might be popping. But then you got a few people out there that's like, nah, I can't deal with that. She been with too many men. Nah, I don't want to be with someone who, if I walk down the block, people looking at me like, like I'm the so-called simp. But as you know, I debunked the word simp. Simp doesn't mean anything, you know. So it's like, it's that type of thing. A lot of people care more about what other people think as opposed to dealing with someone that might be on the level that they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like you think about the rap game, you think about the women in the industry, you think about the brothers in the industry. They've been around, but that does not stop them from being with someone long term or being married. How many times have you seen Sean Diddy Combs with women that's potential wives, long term relationships? You know, so let's not make this like it's so bad. It's not that bad. It's all about just finding someone that's going to fit you. There are also misconceptions and harmful stereotypes related to body counts that we should be aware of even in 2023. There's a tendency to make moral judgments or assign labels based on someone's sexual history. For example, a person with a high body count might be seen as promiscuous or lacking self control, while someone with a low body count might be perceived as inexperienced or prudish. These stereotypes can be harmful and perpetuate stigmas around sexuality. It's important to remember that each individual's sexual history is unique and personal, and we should avoid making assumptions or judgments based on that. Like I was saying, you got to judge a person for who they are, not about who they was. It's unfair. I mean, you could have been a creep growing up, or you could have been a thief growing up, or you could have been someone that murdered someone and came home from prison and wanted to be forgiven. You know, how dare us be the judge of someone because they had multiple sexual partners? I'm not saying don't be don't be, I don't want to say judgmental, don't be careful. You don't want to be with somebody who's overdone, but I mean, maybe that person was looking for love and they was using their body the wrong way and didn't understand that sex does not equate to love. Period. Right? Furthermore, it is worth noting that people's perspectives on body counts can change as they grow older and gain more life experience. As we mature, we may realize that the number of sexual partners someone has had is less important than the quality of those relationships, the emotional connection they have formed, and their willingness to grow and learn from past experience. I just said that. I just said that, you know? So what can someone do if they're concerned about their body count and its impact on a romantic perspective? The key is to focus on open and honest communication with your potential partner. And every time you hear me talk, I'm going to always talk about communication. Discuss your values, expectations, and feelings around sexuality and relationships. It's essential to find a partner who shares your values and respect your choice ultimately. It's the compatibility and understanding that makes a relationship successful, not the number of partners one has had. In addition to communication, it is important to cultivate self-awareness and self-acceptance. Recognize that your sexual history is just one part of who you are. And it doesn't define your worth or your ability to build a strong, healthy relationship. By embracing your past experience, learning from them, and being open to growth, you'll be the better equipped to find that partner who appreciates and values you for who you are. That's the only way you can do it. Communication works. And if that person don't like what you're telling them, then that person was not for you. That's why you have to be open and honest. Tell a person who you are. You don't want to get stuck in something that you end up not liking. Another aspect to consider is how society views on sexuality and relationships may continue to evolve in the future. As we move forward, it's possible that the emphasis on body count will lessen and the focus will shift more towards emotional intelligence, communication skills, and personal growth within relationships. It's also worth discussing the role of honesty and transparency in addressing the topic of body counts. While it's essential to be open with potential partners, it's equally important to respect their boundaries and be sensitive to their feelings. Sharing your sexual history could be a mutual decision, and both parties should feel comfortable and safe discussing this personal information. In conclusion, the importance of a person's body count on how potential mates perceive them varies based on individuals' perspectives and values, even in 2023. The best approach is to foster open and honest communication with potential partners, discussing values, expectations, and feelings around sexuality and relationships. By doing so, you can find a partner who shares your values and respect your choices, leading to a successful relationship built on compatibility and understanding. I want to say thank you for tuning in to Talk Life Media. We hope the discussion provides valuable insight into the topic of body counts and its roles in relationships in 2023. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and as always, we encourage you to join the conversation in the comment sections below. Until next time, this is Mr. Talk 718 reminding you to take care, keep growing, and staying true to yourself. And by the way, I can't wait till you guys get with me on this next topic. It's going to be great. It's going to be Mr. Talk worthy. You're going to like it. And I want to say thank you, everybody. Peace and love.
Baby, I'm a boss.
Who's the boss, of course?
Mr. Talk 718.
Only one in charge.
Now that's the boss.
I'm a boss. I call the shots.
Peace.